Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello students, this is the continuation of the General Linguistics course. Now this is chapter 5, Word Formation, part 1, which is about the morphology of the word or the structure of the word. Now let's start with morphology. So, morphology is the study of the smallest meaningful morphemes. The morphemes are the units, the meaningful units that constitute words. So, morphology is the subfield of linguistics that deals with the word structure. Now, words can be structured according to certain processes, such as the process of inflection or word formation, which is composed of derivation and compounding. And derivation has certain affixation and other processes, and then the compounding has the two or more the combination of two or more roots. Now, of course, morphology, as it has been mentioned earlier, can be classified according to form and according to function. According to form, I mean the form of the word, it deals with the combination of morphemes to constitute words. So accordingly, we have the free and bound morphemes. Free morpheme and bound morpheme. Now, according to the function, which is the derivation and inflections of the inflectional and derivational morphemes, the processes according to which we produce words, we produce new words, and derivation has certain sub-processes, and inflection has certain inflections that can deal with the given words to turn them, or to modify them, I should say, to modify their meaning and their mode. Now, when dealing with word formation, how words are formed, of course there are certain processes, and according to these processes, words are produced. Now, what type of processes through which we can get words? According to our textbook, there are about 10 processes, 10 in number, 10 processes, and each of these processes can produce certain type of words. So, and all of them are dealt with the word formation, not with the word inflection. Why? Because inflections cannot give us new words. They modify, as I said, they modify the meaning and the mode of the word, but they cannot produce new words. Derivation, combination, compounding can do so. Now, before starting with the processes, let's talk about etymology. So, what etymology means? Etymology is the study of origins of words. Etymology is a sub-discipline in linguistics or interdisciplinary field that is related to linguistics, which deals with which studies the origins of words, the sources from where words came. Of course, the different and the various processes of word production or word formation can give different new words. The different processes can give new different words, and these new different words can have different sources, to come from. Now, a lot of words in daily use today were at one time considered barbaric misuses of the language. And let's stop here and comment for a minute. Now, if we talk about certain words that are used sometimes, or when they are used for the first time, they would definitely be considered as barbaric, as strange words, the words that cannot be used, silly use of words. Now, if we take the word hawasim, the Iraqi Arabic word hawasim, which has been used for about 17 years after 2003. Now, this word before 2003, the word hawasim has certain implications, which can be respected and used for certain purposes that are not as in these days. After 2003, the word hawasim has been emptied from its meaning and filled up with new implications, and these implications are used strangely for the first time. However, within the passage of time, it becomes normally used and normally referring to certain things related to the looting of the Iraqi of the national of the Iraqi institutions and these relative matters. So new words like this word are coming to the language, entering to the language every day through the daily use, and there are so many words that can be used by people of influence in different positions. I can remember that one of the Iraqi presidents once used the word the initiative, taking the initiative, Zumam al-Mubadara, once, and this expression has been used by many politicians. One of the Iraqi leaders uses the slang word shala qala, and this nowadays has been widely spread all over the world, at least all over the Arab world. Okay, so these words in the passage of time will be filled up with new meanings, new implications, and when dealing with them, I mean, after let's say 100 years, they will have different implications, of course. So when dealing with their source, when dealing with the source of such words, of course we will get back until we reach to the origin from where the word came. So the field that studies such a thing is called etymology. Now, etymology, through the study of etymology, we have the following word processes, the processes from where words came to us. Now, let's start with the first one, which is coinage. coinage, or sometimes called in Arabic naht, to find something new. The innovation of totally new terms. The innovation of totally new terms. Simply speaking, coinage, the verb is to coin or to invent a totally new terms. For example, aspirin, nylon, Vaseline, and Google. All of these words, although they seem to us nowadays normal words, but at the time they were very strange. They were very strange. And if we talk about the coinage, every one of us can coin new words from his own. Okay. However, if we talk about the idiom or individual coinage, individual innovation, we cannot attach them to language unless they are systematic and they are used by a large group of the language speakers or language users. So once they are institutionalized, once they are used by a large number of people, of the speakers of language, they can be used as coinages. Otherwise, I myself can coin so many different words, but can I use them throughout the whole speakers of language? When I'm able to use them throughout the large number of the speakers of language, then I can say this is the coinage process from where these words came. The second one, which is eponym. Eponym is a word derived from the name of a person or place. The English example, which is sandwich, and the Arabic example, which is Husseiniya. Husseiniya came from Hussein. And this is very obvious and easy. Okay? When we talk about eponyms, an eponym, it is the process through which words came from, from where words came, and through which words are produced. Now, how they are produced? They are produced through they are based on name of a person or place. For example, we say Hussein from Husseiniya, Abbasiyya from Abbas, and so on and so forth. This is in Arabic. In English, sandwich, and so many other words. Now, the third process, which is the borrowing. Borrowing is the most interesting, I think, and most important process. It is easy, however, it is very important. Why? Because it enriches language with so many vocabulary and words. Again, it is a process where a language takes words from other languages. For example, our Arabic language borrows from the English language, or the English language borrows from our Arabic language, or the French language, the Dutch, the Persian, the Italian, the German, and so on and so forth. So it is a matter of borrowing, giving and taking and giving. So, why to borrow? Of course, sometimes we do not have certain equivalents to certain expressions, to certain concepts. Now, nowadays in our Arabic language, unfortunately, of course, we do not have an equivalent to the word Facebook, the English word Facebook. So we borrow this word and we insert it into our Arabic language. The word first, Facebook. The word YouTube. We do not have a word YouTube in the Arabic language, so we need it. So what to do? There is no equivalent to this word. So what to do? We should have borrowed it from the source language, so that's why we borrow it. And at the same time, the English language is in desperate need for words related to Islam. For example, Ayatollah, Marja, Islam, Salat, Saum, and so on and so forth. So what to do? They don't have the equivalent terms. Even if they do have the equivalent terms, they do not represent, or they do not cover the exact meaning. So what to do? They must borrow them from the Arabic language. And how to say that this word is borrowed? Of course, we will go to the systematicity, the only one condition according to which we can judge about the use of the processes of word formation is the spreading of the words, spreading of the process, and the systematicity when using language. I mean, when taking the word crescent from the French, if most of the English speakers use this word, then it is systematic. It is used all over the language. Then it is a borrowed word. Dope from Dutch, lilac from Persian, piano from Italian, pretzel from German, and sofa from Arabic. Of course, from Arabic there are so many words. The best example is camel, which is jamal, coffin, which is kafan, and so on and so forth. So that's all about this lecture, the continuation of part 1 in part 2 in the next lecture. Thank you very much. If you have any question, any addition, you might contact me online. Thank you.